know, I remember I read Monster Cody's book, and he was saying how if enemies rolled down his block, they would shoot it out. No matter how many people, like how badly they were outnumbered, they would shoot it out. But one cop would roll up and everyone would scatter.
No doubt.
So that's how it was?
Yeah. Hell yeah, it's like this. Like, I don't know about everybody else thinking in the street, but my thinking at that time, like a person or another like gang member, not a civilian, but another gang member or whatever, he got the same chance as me. So, you know, I'm not worried about him, but the police though, the ones that take you away and, you know, sit you in front of that judge, then the judge the one that throw you away, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, of course, like, you want to get away from that.
Have you had any like situations dealing with crooked police?
I actually like the police used to be on me real bad when I was growing up because I was, you know, like a young hot boy and shit. Like, I've been like picked up and dropped off. Like, I never been dropped off in the enemy hood, but I've been dropped off like way in Norwalk. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was 15. I remember exactly what I had on. I had some blue and white Jordans, some gray sweats, with and a blue shirt and a gold chain. The motherfuckers picked me up because I ran from them coming out to school. I broke. And they picked me up, and it was the fucking school police too. And they drove me way to Norwalk and dropped me off.
This was before Uber and everything else.
This
like
before
that.
Uber, everything. You know what I mean? I had to figure out a way to get back.
And this is how many miles from your house?
Norwalk really not that far from, like, I'm off Imperial. They picked me up on like 111 Place in St. Pedro, Norwalk, probably about maybe like 5-6 miles east.
Okay.
Straight up Imperial.
So you're doing different stints in jail, but you end up doing a 4-year stint at one point.
Yeah, I got sentenced to 4 years, 4.5 actually, but I did more than the 2 years. I did almost 3.
Okay, and that was for discharging a gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the gun went off, we threw it. It was a TEC. Threw it. High-speed chase. Threw it and went off.
You had a TEC-9.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that fully automatic?
Fully automatic.
Or semi-automatic?
Nah, yeah, semi. It like shoot a couple times. Brack.
Okay. So the police start chasing you?
Yeah, they start. It was like a crazy week. I mean, it's all documented. You know what I'm saying? So I could talk about the shit. So like it was a lot of shit going on that week. This shit all in my case too. Like one of my homies got shot, and I'm rolling through the hood one day, just, you know, doing what I do, and I see my homie by my house. He jump out the car. This nigga holding his mouth. He done got shot in the mouth and shit. And everybody panicking. He jump in the car with me. I take him to the hospital. But the homie, he's a Mexican, you know? And so when I pull up I'm smashing though. The nigga like choking and shit. So we get to Killer Kings. By the time we get to Killer King, the police.
And wait, hold on. It's called Killer Kings. Why?
Cause shit, they kill you, I guess. I don't know why they call it Killer King.
So, but that's the actual slang that everyone uses.
Yeah, Martin Luther. Well, it's closed now. Like the trauma center is closed right there. But
when so many people die in that hospital,
yeah,
it's called Killer Kings. Wow.
So,
I mean, you know, you say it normal, but it's sad when you hear it.
Yeah. So the trauma center. I don't know if it was closed around that time yet, but like that was the only spot I knew. So we take them up there. By the time I pull in, the police is behind me. He go in the hospital. They hand me up. I'm like, shit. I don't know him. I just seen him, you know? So I don't know who was like informing around that time or whatever. But a few days later, the police is on my tail. I got a TEC in a fucking, in a suitcase, like a little suitcase that opened. Mm-hmm. I got the TEC in the briefcase and shit, and I'm rolling around. And it was like, I remember the day, it was a super hot day. The police was everywhere, man. And I'm telling my homie, like, let's go put this motherfucker up. Or he telling me, let's go put it up. I'm like, fuck that, let's hit a corner right quick. Soon as we jump in the car and hit a corner, like 3 fucking unmarked cars take off behind us. So we get on Broadway, they light us up, high-speed chase. And I throw the gun out, motherfucker went off and shit.
So the gun went off when it hit the cement?
Yeah.
So they charged you for firing a gun, even though you technically didn't fire a gun.
Right.
Okay. You ended up doing what, 3 years?
Yeah, almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
A little bit under 3. Like 32 months.
At what point did you say, I can't keep doing the jail shit?
I mean, I kind of felt like that, like around juvenile hall, but at the same time, it's like, fuck it, you know? But this last time I got out, I'm like, I'm done.
Okay, and that was a 3-year stretch?
Nah.
That was another stretch.
Wasn't that one. I mean, because like, you gotta think about it, I was just turning 19, you know what I mean? And I'm still like full of myself, you know what I mean? And I get out, I'm still kind of young, I'm still young. And the yard that I hit, all my homies was up there, so it was like the fucking reunion, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have time to think and reflect or just pay attention to other people's scenario. Like, it's lifers on the yard and shit, but we running amok still. We don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? And this last time I just went, it wasn't like that, you know what I mean? The last time I went, man, that motherfucker just stale. The whole building, everybody got life. It's, 6, 7 buildings on the yard, 6 buildings on the yard. In every building, the only motherfuckers that's going home probably coming home in like 20 years, 18 years, 15 years from now. You know what I'm saying? And I only had a year, and by the time I hit that yard, I had maybe like 5 months left. And it's like, fuck. All these, I'm up there with one of my homies, he got life for a murder he didn't even do, he wasn't even there. And I know this for a fact, so it's like, I need to get my shit together, you know what I mean? I don't need to be running in and out of this motherfucker. When this niggas that's stuck, that I know that probably be something important on the street, like, I don't need to waste my my talents or my life, you know what I mean?
So you get out, and what do you start doing different?
Like, I think I was more to myself, but I think that what made me different was just that in that year time, in that year span, like, shit had just changed so drastic, you know what I'm saying? Like, my whole crew, like, that just, like, fell apart, you know what I mean? Like, one of my main niggas got killed, you know what I'm saying? Niggas strung out on meth when I get home. It's niggas that then start snitching, all type of crazy shit. So it's like, I was pretty much forced to, you know, put my back against the wall and stay away from motherfuckers, you know what I mean?